Welcome, my beautiful souls. Today we're going to do a Pisces reading, and we are asking one simple question. Will Pisces have an opportunity to become rich this year? I'm not looking at love. I'm looking at your money, your creativity. And, what I want to know is like what opportunities may show for you, and maybe even the action steps that you can take. So simply, will Pisces become rich this year? It's funny, I just did Virgos and you are opposites. This is why I chose to do Pisces today because you are opposites. And I definitely feel like leaning on each other's energy would be a really good thing for both Virgo and Pisces. And I'm talking like energy wise, doesn't have to mean a person. I want to give one little note before I begin. So I have a series called Beyond the Veil where I do free psychic readings. It's a podcast. And I just pick up on energy and then give the messages that I receive. But I made a decision to move that podcast over to Buzzsprout. That's where I have my podcast. It's listed on like Apple and Amazon, all them. Um, but I just feel like I don't know. It feels like the home for it. But what I'm gonna do before I do that is I put out a community post asking you if you choose to go ahead and ask a question. Keep it simple because, again, I have to answer a lot of questions within, let's just say a couple different videos. No charge, just if you have a question, something that's been on your mind, feel free to ask it. But again, keep it as simple as possible, mainly so that I can do give as many people their messages as possible during one session. Though I am going to break it into a couple different sessions because I have a feeling I'll get a lot of questions. Um, Leave your name or your initials so I can call you by name or call you by initials when I do answer your question. That's the only thing I ask. Otherwise, you won't know it's for you. So, okay. I think that's it. Pisces, I would recommend that you watch Virgo's reading. I have to say it was one hell of a reading. I'm hoping it's the same for you. I definitely picked up your energy in the Virgo's reading, so I knew there was already some Pisces there. But for those who weren't there, it could have been calling to you. Of course, I leave that up to you. But I just want you to know that, like, I felt your energy. I even said it a few times in the reading. So, Pisces, are you going to be rich this year? I certainly hope so. All right, so we're going to use the Gilded Tarot, and that will be to clarify. And I'm going to use the Light Seers for the main spread. I'm going to go ahead and bring the lid down, and I'm going to begin. By the way, everything is always pre-shuffled, but I do like to shuffle with you here also. So, Pisces, your career, your creativity, your abilities, all that you are and all that you can be. Sounds like a song. Reminds me of Pink Floyd. By the way, speaking of, I don't know why Pink Floyd made me think of it, but you can certainly also feel free to ask your guides for signs of confirmation during these readings. I definitely pull on a spiritual team to give me clarity in these readings, so you can certainly ask your guides also. Well, look at that. The star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Beautiful. The star. It means you're manifesting a wish, a dream. I feel in the stars energy, the one thing we want to remember is that we really are working hand in hand with divine. It's like divine can present like an opportunity to you, but then it will take your human action. But this is like a dream is coming true. And then look what comes up next, temperance, divine timing. But that means that something is happening in divine timing. Not only that, but right next to the star. Temperance's first message is patience. So you might have had to be patient. It just might not have been the right time for something. But now I feel like, well, we're just getting closer and closer. All right. We have the King of Swords. Interesting. He showed up in Virgo's reading and not in a good way. But we'll see. I'm not going to give him a bad rap yet. Though, the Six of Swords is like, this is you moving away from toxic energy. You just have to go back one card when you see the Six of Swords. Like, why are you in this ship? Why are you leaving? Because there was some type of toxicity that was around you. Probably something that came in between you and a dream, a wish. Could have been this king. Because it does feel like you're leaving. Now, this king could certainly represent someone in your life. Well, it does represent someone in your life. Um, could be family. Could be, though, like a boss. A situation where this king may be in charge. I all of a sudden I get this feeling of like someone's not hearing my words. Someone's not hearing my wishes. And I feel like I've spoken them over and over again, but someone's just not, they're not responding to it. And this is why I feel like there's movement. It's almost like I've had enough of waiting. Hmm. Six of Swords, temporarily, it is difficult energy. Like I could see this for like federal workers who are just getting fired out of the blue. But don't give up. Don't give up because you might just be heading towards something that is new. Probably, I don't know. I was going to say unexpected, but truth is, I feel like this has to be like a gift that you already have, wisdom that you already possess. Um, and now it feels like you're moving into action time. All right, well, let's keep going. But really, I mean, the star and then temperance, if nothing else, it's letting you know that your divine team hears your prayers. They hear you and they want to help you and they want you to help yourself also. And that may be a little bit of that Six of Swords. Again, could have been like not such great communication. I mean, Mercury's in retrograde. Um, but I don't feel like this is just a one-time thing. I just get this feeling of like I was telling someone my wishes or even giving someone my ideas, but someone just wasn't listening. So maybe you're taking them on the road, so to speak. Not the person, but your wishes, your abilities. All right, well, hello, lovers. So, this is not a love reading. So, this is a head over heart decision. Which direction do I go? I definitely feel follow your heart. Yes, use your head, but don't don't fall into, especially with Mercury retrograde, like try not to overthink. And this is a card of Gemini who's also ruled by Mercury, so, you know, but it feels like a head over heart decision. To me, that means that one of these wishes is manifesting, and then you're making that decision of yes or no. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, a path of knowledge, gaining knowledge, wisdom, everything you have learned up until this moment, and everything that is yet to be learned. I love the Page of Pentacles energy because it's being open to learning. I love that it's also coming under Divine's energy for some of you. It's like you're picking up on Divine's energy and maybe even creating from it. But I do feel like this is something you like, I want to say you were meant to do. Let's just say a soul's wish doesn't guarantee us, right? Because free will be the ultimate decider. Um, and I want to say when I see the Page of Pentacles, I also feel like everything that I've been through has taught me something. It's really what's made me who I am today, and being proud of that. Don't get upset for the times you got stuck, like let's say within toxic energy. Maybe the lesson was just simply knowing when to leave, right? When divine timing is. Okay, let's keep going. I feel like there could be a few of you where temperance is already showing its hand, but you may wonder, like, do I possess what I need to really be successful on, let's say, it does feel like a new journey. It does put the ball in your court. That should put some ease in your mind. Um, there's still a lot that you're going to be learning, but I feel like it's of a spiritual, um, like a spiritual essence is what I'm feeling. Oh, excuse me one second. Okay, sorry about that. Um, yeah, Sam just knocked on the door. His cousin just passed away. Huh. Okay, back to center. All right, Eight of Wands, fast moving energy. The Eight of Wands reminds me of the law of attraction. What I think about, I bring about. And with the star opening up this reading, your wishes, your dreams, but manifesting them. So what I'm thinking about, I am bringing about. It's also fast moving energy, though. It's a number 8, so it can certainly signify a new beginning. And then, well, hello, Ten of Pentacles. Hello, Ten of Pentacles. And how do I love that it's coming under the Six of Swords? So there definitely is something that feels like was a little bit of a block. Well, could have been a major block. It feels kind of outside of yourself. Um, I mean, I do feel like it does take your human action to like end this situation. But it looks like you are. And how do I love that this line, right? This head over heart decision. And I feel like you're following your heart here, especially with the Eight of Wands here. And this Page of Pentacles, right? I'm still learning. I'm still growing. But again, what I think about, I bring about. And then the Ten of Pentacles, the house of abundance. I mean, what more could we ask for when we're doing a money reading? This definitely means something that can truly take root, something that could last for the rest of your life. It could even be something that, when you leave this world, a family member takes over. Um, It's that kind of roots. Like it feels important. And who knows, maybe you couldn't have reached this status without first this resistance. Because it feels like it's the resistance that gets you moving to really bring about a dream, a wish. Here it comes, right? And it's like spiritually evolving, but you're already spiritually, or even just say wisdom, like you already possess what you need, and the rest you'll learn as you go. That's why I love the Page of Pentacles. It kind of takes off the stress of like, oh, I need to know everything before I begin. Some things you can't know until you're actually in it. See who's on the bottom of the deck. Well, hello, Fool. Hello, new beginning. Hello, putting the past in the past and taking a leap of faith towards your future. You literally have a dream coming true. And all it's asking for you to do is take that leap of faith. When you think of the Fool, this is someone who definitely has a past, but they don't carry the past with them. They do carry the wisdom. So you're about to take this leap of faith. But the very first card is of your dreams anyway. Exciting. Okay, let's keep going. I could see some of you like starting a channel talking about love. Love that's gone wrong and love that's gone right. I feel like some of you have dealt with some very difficult people, and you were able to separate yourself from that. And now I feel like because of that, well, first of all, I want to say the first thing I feel you feel is freedom. The second, even if you're a little nervous, the second thing I feel you feel is excitement for all that can be. I am not going to say that there's zero fear because then I don't feel like that would be real life. But, and I also feel this could be definitely confirmation for many who are already on this journey. Like, did I make the right move? Maybe you left a job. Maybe you had no choice but to leave that job. Will I be okay? Just definitely feels like it. Okay, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. You have the Six of Pentacles over the Star. First thing I feel is good karma. Like, it feels like this wish coming true, and it can be more than one, by the way. One wish may bring another wish that brings another wish until you don't even recognize your life anymore, but in the best of ways. So I do feel like instantly what I felt is good karma coming your way. The Six of Pentacles is all about the fine art of give and take. I definitely feel I feel a lot of you care for like the underdog. I could definitely see you doing that. Um, this really speaks about one's compassion, one's empathy towards their fellow man and woman. It can be an unbalance, like I could have been like working for the man, giving all I have, yet receiving barely nothing. I just don't feel like I was paid my worth, given my worth. But I don't feel like you then got sloppy. I feel like you stayed true to you. And now it just feels like good karma. Maybe after a difficult time. These two sixes mirroring each other. Oh. 6 down here. I'm telling you, your reading and Virgo's reading have a lot of mirroring energy in it. Okay, keep going. The lovers are saying that there is a decision coming, and you are either going to follow your head or your heart. But now we have the Fool on the bottom who does take that leap of faith, right? Is ready for a new beginning. Um, Gee, everything wanted to come out together. All right. Oh my gosh, look at this. 10 of Cups. Okay, so 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you, this could be you working from home and just loving it. And I know this energy because I have worked for the man for many, many, many years. Um, but I've also had I had my own gym. I had a dress shop. And now this is what I do. I've been doing this for a long time. But it's a change and it's working from home. Right over Temperance. Holy cow. We have the 9 of Wands over the King of Swords. Look at this. Another 9 over the 6 of Swords. So interesting because the 9 of Cups speaks about inner harmony. Like, this is what I'm searching for, inner harmony. I don't feel like you had it. Um, and that's why you're on this boat, so to speak, heading towards it. And the 9 of Pentacles also speaks about fulfillment of wishes. So I do feel like it's interesting how I felt like this King in Virgo's reading was the past, and I'm feeling it here too. Hmm. Although I do want to say that there may be a boss out there who does lose their employee and then has that realization of really all that you did bring to the table. But here's the thing, I feel like it's like a little too late. Now, that could also be what the head over heart is. You could be like offered a job back, but I feel at this point like your heart, your mind is moving a different direction. Three of Wands, optimism. I expect good things to happen, and they do. This is someone who's looking forward, but living in the present moment. This is someone who is trusting in divine, saying, I know that my ships will come in, and I know they'll come in divine timing. Well, divine is here. So I feel like this is saying, we're not looking back other than to extract the wisdom, of our lessons, of what we've learned, maybe even what we've gone to school for. But I kind of feel, this feels singular. Though I feel like some of you are, maybe your dream is to work out of the home. I definitely feel the opportunity is here. You just have to take that leap of faith. Keep a positive attitude that I can. I expect good things to happen. And they do. Again, some of you, I feel like good karma has just followed you. Look at this, Temperance again, right over the Page of Pentacles. So to me, it feels like there might have been some lessons that was really important for you to learn that you're going to use during this next adventure, so to speak. I feel like temperance now showing again means this is divine timing. And again, sooner versus later. We have the Queen of Wands, Queen of Action. This is someone who follows her desires, her passions, him or her. This is the queen, honestly, that I'd want to see right now. Because she'll take those epiphanies, those ideas, and she'll put them to use. She's not a fear-based energy. Doesn't mean she doesn't have fear, but she doesn't let fear stop her from moving forward. You have a lot of fire in this reading, and I feel like that's a good thing. You really have a nice mix, though, because you have a beautiful mix of cups. And the pentacles that are shown are just like mind-blowing. Even the cups that are showing are mind-blowing. The Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups. I feel like what this is really saying is don't be afraid to follow your whims. Don't be afraid to follow, like, if like inspiration hits you, follow it for a moment. See where it takes you. You just never know. It's just like how I started tarot. I knew nothing about tarot. I wouldn't even say that I was living a spiritual life at that point. But then everything changed. Everything changed. Oh my gosh. The world, the next chapter. By the way, I love the world's energy because number one, I feel like whatever is on the table has the opportunity to enter into this next chapter. I feel this is the most spiritual time in our lives. This is when we really are walking hand in hand with divine. I love that it's coming over the Ten of Pentacles. So it tells you that this abundance exists in your world. Maybe you just have yet to find it. The Nine of Cups are right above that. Inner harmony, but also fulfillment of wishes. And then, well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles means that this ace is coming into your life. And it's really meant to enhance your world. It can be the money I needed. It can be the right opportunity that shows itself. I mean, it literally means it's coming into your physical world. Now, it comes as an ace. So, with the Fool here, um, if it is a new beginning, then think of this as like a seed. And I can take this seed, I can nurture this seed, I can grow this seed, and this seed will blossom. Or, like the Lover says, my head over my heart, maybe I decide not to, then it just kind of dries up and dies. But this is meant to help you. This is truly meant to enhance your life. And I love that we got the Ace of Pentacles when we're speaking about your money. And then, holy cow, hello, destiny. I feel like the moral of many stories is these things happen to us that are outside of our control. Whether we're dealing with people who just can't value us for, what we bring to the table. And I feel like we can only handle that for so long. I feel many of you are thinking of business ownership. Some of you working from home, and I have to say, I feel like you're just going to love it. maybe the freedom of it. Doesn't mean there won't be hard work, but you'll probably love what you're doing at the same time. And then the wheel, it speaks of your destiny. So I kind of feel like wherever you're moving towards, it just feels like it was meant to be. I mean, temperance kind of backs that up, right? Divine timing. We hear you. We know what your wishes are. There is certain human action you do have to take. Sorry, King of Swords. Again, I feel like we're leaving you. And I'm not saying it's an air sign. I just feel with this king like the communication or the unappreciation of. Now, doesn't have to be a boss, can be someone that you in a relationship with, but because we have the Six of Swords and now the Nine of Cups, I feel like this is singular energy. But listen, this is meant for you. This is your wish. This is your soul's wishes. It's more than just an earthly wish. I feel like your soul is like, this is what we came here for. Hmm. It's almost like I don't need to clarify it. Um, let's see what's under the full judgment. Wow. Judgment's your spiritual team. Judgment calls you to the present moment. The person in the Three of Wands, that's where they're at. They're in the present moment energy. They're expecting good things to happen. And then they do. You know, I want to make sure you understand it doesn't mean that fear is 100% gone, but I'm not allowing fear to be the determinator of whether I move forward towards my dreams or not. Again, head over heart decision, but temperance, all about divine timing. This feels like divine timing. And these nines, we're in a universal year nine. So I feel like this is the year. This is the year. This is a year where things should really start developing for you. But remember, you're part of that equation. Just like with the Queen of Wands, she's willing, right, to follow her passions. And she'll think about it later. But there's ships that are coming in. There's dreams that are about to manifest. The Ace of Pentacles definitely, I feel like, gives you the way. And the wheel signifies that this is what you came here for anyway. Don't regret the past because, again, with the Page of Pentacles, everything you've learned up to this point, I have a feeling you're going to use it in some way. Now, it does look like business ownership and it does look like those who are going to be working from the home. It feels like one of the main points here, but also the joy that it's going to bring. But I don't want to say that's the only thing. But what I do want to say is I feel like when you just reclaim your power, you know, if there's someone who just won't listen to your ideas, or maybe even worse, I feel like it has to be up to you to make that decision of do I stay or do I go? Because I don't feel like there's any change there. The change comes from you. But then that sets the ball into motion. You're entering into this new chapter which totally makes sense, right? Because we're getting ready to end a 9-year chapter. So, hello, abundance following you. I mean, you have the 10 of Cups, the house of love, the house of harmony. You have the 9 of Cups, inner harmony, fulfillment of wishes that's actually mirroring wishes. You have the 10 of Pentacles, the house of abundance, with the Ace of Pentacles. And the world over it, and destiny right here. What is it that you want to do? That's what I feel like the question is. Follow what it is you want to do. And I feel like divine will be behind you. I feel like the Six of Swords may be the most important energy here. Because again, it's just understanding what's working, what's not working, what's toxic, what's holding me back. Am I holding myself back? It's just being real. It's being not afraid to chase your dreams. And I want to say for some, I do feel like there may have been some uncomfortableness, some resistance that you were dealing with that then could have ended in a separation. And that could have been difficult. I'm sure it was. But I hope that it turns your mind to back to you and what you want to do. I feel like there's no limits here. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel like spirituality is a big part of this. I definitely feel that. And I definitely feel like good karma is heading your way. And what does that mean? It means that because you're empathetic, because you're compassionate, because you do reach out and help when you can. It's not about the money that you've made. It's not about the house that you bought. It's about how you help your fellow man and woman. And I feel like because you're such compassionate souls, it just feels like it's your time now. I would say this is the year where if it hasn't already begun, it's going to begin. Again, the one element is just to understand what's holding you back, who's carrying toxic energy, how does it affect me? Do I need to accept that? I feel like the answer is no. And for some of you, you may have an old boss call you back. Again, it's up to you. But I do feel like for some of you, it's like, well, I'm on to bigger and better things. But some of you may accept that because I do feel like this person does have the realization like, holy shit, you know, I just lost a good member, a good employee. But c'est la vie, c'est la vie. All right. Well, I mean, let's just go ahead and do Spring Mother Mary over the reading because I really don't feel like it needs any more clarifying. And I really don't want to overread it. So let's go ahead and bring Mother Mary, get her wisdom. Open your heart. Open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all forms of love. Well, you do have the Ten of Cups here. You do have the Lovers here. This is not a love reading. That's not to say love won't be part of the picture. But I also feel like this is saying also love yourself. Also allow yourself to have opportunities, you know, like why can't you live your dream life? And it definitely feels like Mother Mary is behind you, divine is behind you. I mean, you have the most beautiful energy behind you to help you to manifest really what I feel is feels like the life of your dreams. I'm not saying it's easy, but any effort I put in towards it, I'll see the fruits of my labor very quickly in different ways. Money, yes, but I feel this sense of fulfillment within. And to me, that relates back to helping others and how it makes me feel. You know, like when I say rich, well, it does look like rich, right? Like you're going to be rich. Or let's just say abundant. But I also feel you're going to be emotionally satisfied. All right. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I want to remind you about, again, if you want to ask a question, I have it on the community post. I don't think putting it under the reading, it just because I'd have to go back and try to find questions on different readings. So if you can find the community post, put your question there. Again, try to keep it somewhat simple. Um, but if you can't find it, then go ahead and leave it here. But I really would prefer that you try to find that. Matter of fact, I'll see if I can leave a link to it underneath this video. So, anyways, guys, wow, I loved your reading. Not only am I going to recommend Virgo, which I already did watch your reading, but definitely I do recommend you watch Virgo's reading because the two of them may give you a complete picture, but holy abundance, wholly living the dreams of your lives, if you so choose. If you so choose. And I have to say, I feel like as you start moving forward in this Ace of Pentacles doesn't feel like a one-time thing. It feels like I will keep supplying you this Ace of Pentacles as long as you continue to move forward, as long as you need me. As long as you need me. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. Um, happy creating. Happy creating. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.